Maybe her friends can help me out.
There they are.
Unless I'm lost, this must be them. And I'm willing to bet the guy
Wait,
with the
I recognize
surfboard is
this
Knight.
animation from the
I'm
last
gonna go
one.
check it out.
Yeah, maybe they reused it.
Hey, you're Knife, right?
Sure am, mate. Have we met?
Actually, I haven't.
I decided to
I've
pick the
heard
most
about
threatening
you.
name I could.
Hardly, mate. My fame
It's a
back in
knife.
the University of California
Knife.
remains.
It's definitely not a reference to some fucking movie with my national stereotype.
Professors know me.
No, Lokilani's the one who mentioned you.
Because of the way I cut through the
wives.
waves.
Babe, eh? She's
The
like totally
wives,
from a
wow.
Blues, mate, but don't tell Kai or he'll go aggro.
Okay.
Do you like how I have a
I
Samoan
haven't
tattoo even though I'm
introduced
Australian?
My
Isn't that
name
really
is-
funny?
I heard that, bro. You just told Brian that Lokelani thinks you're the kind, and no one's gonna swallow that, bro.
He is like totally full of himself
Wait, what?
sometimes. He thinks the fact that some shark chowed down on his paw is enough to impress a Betty. Like, wait,
He knows your name's
what
Brian?
did Lokelani say
Yeah.
about me?
Not much.
Oh my god, is he a
She
real
just
witch
said you're
doctor?
crazy about surfing.
How could I not?
Apparently.
I was born in
Completely
Byron
against
Bay.
physics.
Where?
Byron Bay.
It's against all fucking sense of
A
writing.
place with the bitchinest airs on the planet, buddy boy. Thing is, when I was a kid, I didn't like surfing. I was all into underwater
Right.
diving. California's
But then
where
I grow a
go
six-pack
hiking
and dye my
surfing,
hair and
but
said, "Fuck it, I'll become a
over there in
surfer."
Cali, It's majorly packed. You know you gotta reserve a wave.
So
at
anyway,
least 2
I
days
caught
in
one
advance.
really gnarly
No,
wave one day,
I
and it
didn't.
wasn't all the way up here.
Hard to believe.
I'm telling you. And
You
don't
leave
think
wave
you
out of
get to
this.
Ride it alone. Nah, they rent it out to so many mates at once. You
I
feel
was on
like
the
you're
wrong
surfing in a
coast.
public
Don't even know
toilet.
how I managed
So
to get
of
around
course
Japan.
you decided to come here for the.
I said I was in the wrong coast. I was in fucking Greenland all that
When I
time,
was a
mate.
freshman in
Could've
surfing
killed
training,
me.
I saw him do a demo.
I thought those waves were
It was
seals.
so gnarly.
Turns
that I
out,
dropped
I
out of
was in
college to become
Canada.
a student. Kai rules, mate.
Better yet,
He
it was in
saves
fucking
his bum just
Sweden.
'cause he spends
Little
16
Sweden, mate.
hours a day resting.
Stockholm City
But all the
Centre. Didn't
masters
even
have
realise
to
they had
meditate.
waves over
I
there.
guess that video was
The
recorded
whole
before
point
he
is,
lost his
my
leg.
backstory doesn't
right?
matter of
Negative,
bloody
mate.
wit to this game, so we can keep talking over it.
Yes. In fact, Brian, I'm going to keep lunging at you. You're going to stare at my jump for half an hour, and you're going to get to my entire backstory.
Don't
Because that's
worry.
what people want.
Surfing's not my thing.
You're not into surfing? Whoa.
Don't worry, I would
that.
never dream of
I
taking
knew
your
there was some
spot as
freaks out
number
there, but-
one
So,
surf
what brings you to
student.
Muller then?
Oh, yes, no, I
The
would
highly
never.
prestigious title.
Lokilani told me you have a motorboat.
Look, Lani's
Look,
a sweet babe.
look, Alani told me
No,
how
no,
to-
no,
What
no,
about
no.
the
She
motorboat?
told you I motorboated.
Can
Yes.
I borrow your motorboat?
I was about to make
No
the same
regrets,
joke.
mate.
You
If those
cunt.
army thugs catch you, they'll rough you up and leave me boatless. Then forget looking
You
for
snooze, you
waves,
lose.
cars, classes,
Fucking
and
sure.
everything
That's
surfing
the-
means.
That's
Plus,
that's the
just this
that's the
morning, I
drink
tuned
fucking
it out, and I
slowing
don't
down my
want you
reaction
screwing
time.
it up.
Oh,
What
okay, so he's not
does
going to give you the
everything
motorboat
surfing
because you can't
means
surf?
Stand for,
Yes.
if I may ask.
Oh, he
Mate,
no, he can't
surfing
surf.
is a philosophy of life.
The problem
On
is
the one
that like the
hand, it forces
military
you to let
stopped
yourself
like
get carried away by the
basically closing down
currents
the
of
waters.
nature.
So
And on the other,
understandably,
it makes you
if he
control
gets
the situation
out
so
on
you
the
won't wind
out on the
up
coast, out
to
surfing,
achieve
he gets
that,
shut down.
which is the
I
essence
thought he was
of
going to make you
surfing.
prove
just need
yourself
two
to him as a
things,
surf
balance
contest, and there'd be a
foresight.
mini game of some
3
description.
days, mate. 3 days without riding
Maybe.
a wave.
3 days?
Let's
That's
go
almost
try
as
your
many as I
motorboat
can
again.
count.
Isn't that like totally rad?
3 days. That's the last time I've been able to
I think he
motorboat.
used the
Oh,
motorboat
good night,
to
mate. You're
look
still
for
there.
waves on the nearby islands.
No, that was before. The guys in green told me they'll whip out their guns and shoot me if I use it. They must hate surfing so much that one of them says he wants to fly over the beach in a helicopter while I'm surfing and use me for target practice. People
It's
are
almost
just
as if you have
totally
like really
wacko.
bright pink
What were we
hair
talking about
knife and
before?
make yourself
I
an
don't
easy
know,
target.
about surfing maybe.
Right.
It seems weird
You
to
said
me
you
that
studied
have a
surfing at
son.
university.
Come on.
Now, I know
He
that's
is
a lie.
even weirder. I'm not sure whether he'll turn out to
That's
be a
factually
criminal or
incorrect.
an artist.
Imagine having a
Why do
degree
you
in
think he'll be a
surfing.
criminal when he grows up?
'Cause he's killing me, mate. Me and everyone else, 'cause he can't sit still for a second. He doesn't actually speak, but his actions speak loud enough. This morning, while we were having breakfast at Lokilani's, he started raging on this military mate, who almost whacked him to the other side of the island. And he's one fast little bugger, too. If you turn the other way for a
Alright.
second, he'll totally whip your butt. By the way, that
So don't turn
Lokilani's a
around.
hot
Gotcha.
babe, eh?
Yes.
Did you say your kid's name is Koala?
No, mate. Actually, his name is... It's... Mike. Well, eventually I'll remember. I call
I'm a
him
bad
Koala
dad.
'cause of this
I can't
cartoon
remember
that
anything
he's
about my
watched
son.
like 10 bazillion times.
Is he my son?
One of the
Fuck, I don't
characters
know.
is this blue alien, but
Think
the
the same
kid
thing.
kept yapping, "Look
Is
at
he
the
insinuating
koala."
that
Since he
the
saw
kid
one
is
when he
his
went to
and
visit his
Lucky Lanny's?
grandparents that summer, it was
I-
koala
no,
this
I don't
and
know.
koala that. So now he's stuck with koala.
I don't know why I'm trying to get to terms with the story or these characters, but
You look too young.
I feel
to
like
Honestly,
someone. I
I'm
feel like
telling you,
someone
mate, it
should
just
make the
happened
effort
once, kind of by
because the
chance.
game developers
I met
clearly
this
didn't.
hot,
That's what I'm
amazing
about to
mythical
say.
babe
It's
who
like
gave
you'll
us
be the
adventures
only
for
person that gives
and
a
the Red Hot
flying
Chili
shit
Peppers.
about these
We were
characters.
kindred
That's including
souls,
the
but
people who
hers
wrote
was in
them.
a bikini. The thing
Wait,
is, when
they didn't
Koala was
copyright
born,
Red Hot
she
Chili
got the
Peppers?
chance to climb Mount
No.
Everest on a tightrope. So of course
They
she
probably
bailed.
left the P
Then
out
she
so
did
that
this
it's like
round the
similar
world
but legally
hydro bike
distinct.
tour, then some other expedition,
Okay,
then
so
another.
it's not Lucky Lonnie.
So I guess
No.
she'll come back someday, but
She's just
I
a
try not
deadbeat
to
mom.
let it get to me.
Yep.
There's too much stuff to keep me busy.
Which is great
and
because the
freaking
Surfer
out
Dad
his
is very
nerves.
responsible.
Obviously, he's
What
making
makes
a
you
lot of
think
money
he'll
with
be
his
an artist?
motorboat chores.
Didn't you see the sand
And-
turtle, the
and his
little tyke
lunges.
built? I'm like totally amazed at the way he
I mean, not
moves
gonna lie.
with his hands.
Man,
He made it in
turtle.
like 2
That's the
seconds,
dream.
mate, right before going out for breakfast. But ever since he got his hands on that
Okay,
console,
we're slowly getting
he's locked
closer
himself in
to
the
what
house
this
and it's
is.
Goodbye, turtle.
The dream of the
What's Big
turtle is
Son
the
be?
kid's dream
Yeah,
to have
mate,
his
if he
sand
gets
turtle
bored with that
exhibited
damn
at
power
an
station or
art show.
whatever it's called,
That's
you're
it.
gonna
We are
freak.
going to adopt Koala for ourselves and be a responsible dad and forget about Gina all this
Before,
time.
you said you studied
Wait.
surfing at the
Is Koala just
university.
Blinky Bill?
Full on, mate.
Is he named
Since
after the
people
Blinky Bill
spent all day on
cartoon?
the beach and the classrooms were empty, the
I
uni
hope not.
decided to dream up some more interesting majors.
You
and
don't know
the
what Blinky
students
Bill
were
is, do you?
majorly stoked.
No, it doesn't ring a bell, no.
Mythical, mate. I
Okay,
fancy
it's a
signing up
really
for
bad
14
Australian
different
cartoon where
majors.
this
From
childhood
skating
cartoon
sciences
koala
to
goes out with
applied
its
Tai
mates
Chi, plus
and learns
adventure
life
sports
lessons.
theory and practicum and California punk
He's
aesthetics.
Blinky
I didn't go
Bill
to class much,
is who
but it was
loves
cool to
his
say
thrill.
the major was one of those rad subjects.
I'm
I'll
gonna
just
give
leave
the
you
game
alone
a
here,
benefit of
mate.
the doubt and say
Later,
that's a
mate.
coincidence.
Hey, do me a favor. Don't go into my hut. 'cause
Okay,
my
yeah,
kid's in
that's
there
an obscure
flipping out with a
reference for any of
console
our
I
viewers
picked
to
up
get
while
it.
we were having breakfast
No.
at Lokalani's. And now that
I
he's
know.
quiet for
I'm just
once, we better
assuming,
leave
seeing
him
that the
alone,
like
in
the
case he decides to come
the
out and ruin this peaceful
game
moment.
studio is Spanish, that he perhaps wouldn't be exposed to that.
Oh my god, I can totally relate to this guy. The kid's
Sure,
asleep.
I
Don't
doubt Knife
fucking
would
wake him
mind.
up.
Now, I'm doing
It's a
really
good
quiet
rope.
yoga here, and the
Seems
other
strong.
cunt is in the hammock not saying a fucking word. So do not, and I repeat, do not say a fucking word.
Perfect complexion ink, talcum powder.
Well, I've got the rope. Time to practice
I
some
might
light
need it.
bondage.
I don't know why they say talcum
Let's-
powder
let's have
smells
spotted
like
light
babies.
bondage.
To me, it
There's
smells
a bit of time.
like
That's
talcum
nothing,
powder.
nothing major. Nothing major. Just around the ankles. It's fine.
The guy must be a monster
Tie him
on
around
the
the
waves.
ankles, string
He's
him
a
up, and
lazy
slit his
dog in a
throat.
hammock.
There you go. Goosing.
Something happened before, and I
Nice and
just
halal.
don't get it. While I was talking with Knife, Kai called me by my name, but I'd swear I'd never mentioned it. I'll go ask him about it.
I like the fact that he's just kind of swaying there going, oh, that dude is
Excuse
talking
me
to himself
for
for the
bothering
last
you,
2
Kai.
minutes.
Aloha, Brian.
How do you know my name?
You mean you never mentioned it?
You have
Not
a
as
name
I
tag.
remember.
Well, I must have heard it around town, brah.
That's funny, because I just got to this island.
Welcome then. Do you plan on sticking
Let's
around,
breeze
brah?
over that then.
No
So
way. I'm just passing through. Or more like I just dropped in by chance.
No. Stay
This
as
guy
long
is
as you want,
smooth.
brah. I like
Yes.
it when you Malihini come to live here. As long as you don't make noise and you let me meditate in peace. There's few of us who speak Hawaiian though.
I will say this is perhaps one of
Sad to see
the more likable
traditions
characters in this
disappear.
game.
I bet you don't even know that Mala, the name of the island, means garden.
I'd love to learn Hawaiian, but
No,
I
I
have
didn't
time
know
to
that.
waste.
Hang
There you
loose,
go.
brah. Nothing
I
in
have no
life
time
is
to waste
worth
with your
running away.
traditions and your
First you have
language.
to ask yourself about
I am trying to
motto,
save a woman from death here.
what they truly mean. And the best way to do that is to lay down and take a load off for a while.
Darn, the main reason I came was to ask you a few questions.
Whatever you want, brah.
Like, is
According
that
to
a certain point in this
Longingly,
game? Whenever I
your
saw like there
grandpa
was
was a
4
witch doctor.
dialogue options, I like died a little inside because I knew every choice had like 3 other paths as well. I was like,
Official
oh my
witch doctor of the
fucking
poultry
god!
His specialty was bringing
How many
poultry shop
branches do we
chickens
have to go
back to
down?
life.
How many branches do you need to get over a character?
So, your great-grandpa was a witch
It's always the
doctor
last
too?
one that bears
Yeah,
fruit.
brah, they say
Yeah,
he was a
that's it,
specialist
like-
in hearing the
Now
future
this
through
is
the
now this
sound
is
of
interesting, right?
waves.
Because like so
Though
his
I've
granddad
also
was
heard he
a
was born
basically
without one of his
his
ears.
specialty or his like his party trick was bringing chickens back to life. Now that is important to the plot. Would you believe?
Is it true that if a bird dropped
We're gonna have an
dead,
army of zombie
your
chickens.
grandpa could revive it?
That was his
That would
specialty
be
as
that
a
would be
kahuna.
class.
He was called Kini Papa Moa, which means something like King of the Sick Poultry.
It probably
He
doesn't.
was so famous, they showed him on TV around the world. until the National Bird Lovers Association denounced mistreatment of our fine feathered friends.
But he's bringing them back to life.
Never allowed to revive a bird again. Then he started learning Reiki to use as a hangover remedy. But he never seemed to be very good at it. Maybe it's
well, I thought Reiki was totally reliable.
What?
I mean, it follows the basics of physics.
What does Nani Koki mean, referring to Lokilani?
Pretty much the same as Hilu Hilu. But Lokilani is much more than that. You gotta admit that Kio Kio has turned into one real Huilao. I'm just saying that cause that nice fat Manu she has, and that incredibly uli pair of pekeke.
Okay, I get it.
Get my mind to think of nothing but lele,
no, I get it.
And more lele.
I'm not sure, but that sounded a bit gross.
Why? It's just that the girl has turned into a true pet fanatic, which is just cause of that big fat parrot she has. With that incredibly wide pair of wings that get my mind to think of nothing but flying, and more flying. What did you think I meant, bro?
Me? Nothing. But I still don't know what it means if you say Lokilani is Nani Koki.
Heck if I know. Oh yeah, I think it means the same thing as when Knife says she's a hot babe. Or something like that.
Again, this is the guy who's the Hawaiian native and doesn't know his own language.
Doctoring.
My grandfather would always take me to his Hawaii, his ritual hut, which is where he would teach me everything a good kahuna should know. Sharks are the spirits of our ancestors. To revive a bird,
like to give out one of 3 starter Pokemon to any new trainers engaging in their adventure.
Maybe we should talk about
you have a choice between a kitten, a seal, or an owl. What would you like?
All native to Hawaii.
All native to
a tiger, cub, and owl.
Yes.
A seal.
A kitten who turns into a professional wrestler. Very native to Hawaii.
Yes, that Mexican luchador is definitely native to Hawaii.
It's away when the tide comes in. It's aesthetically pleasing. Why ruin it?
Because it's a video game, Brian.
There's a cute little miniature-sized
Yeah, Brian, just whip one of the sticks out from under his board.
Must be the one that belongs
Brian,
to Brian.
I know we don't say this often on Runaway, but hit it with your fucking sword.
Take the surfboard. You need it.
Yeah, better just do something. Stop wasting my fucking time.
Well, now we've got a lot of plot spackle there. We now know that she's a hot babe.
Yes.
Which apparently needed 3 different character dialogues for.
It most likely
again, forgive us folks if we're not fully paying attention to the plot here, but there's literally nothing to pay attention to. Half it is irrelevant.
Much in it. Wrenches,
no, Brian, I probably won't notice
like that. But some tools is better than no tools.
Again, like Brian is one of the few people in the world that looks at a toolbox and goes, "Oh, I guess this might be useful."
I'll wait till a better time.
Yeah.
Hey, a lockpick set. I better not carry it with me, because if I get stopped by the police, that shows intent to burgle.
I know. What I'll do is I'll just bring this knife and some butter with me, and I'll be able to lockpick myself.
Drop the knife, but I'm not holding knife. Knife's over there. Knife, you're out of the band.
Ah, Struth.
Can't believe you just dropped me like that.
I thought we were friends, Mike.
Oh, no, I've known you for over 5 minutes. You are my eldest friend.
You're literally the only person that wants to know about my surfing degree. I said you 4 years for that fucking piece of paper.
You're the only person that asked me who I was.
Everyone wants to see fucking Kai because he got his fucking leg sewn off. He didn't even get a bit off.
Everybody wants to know where's Kai, but nobody wants to know how's Kai.
I couldn't get in. The door's locked with several chains and padlocks.
They literally had me walk across the map to see that this giant building is completely closed.
It's locked with several chains and padlocks, but fortunately I found a brick next to this window.
No, literally, this whole building, the Seafood Kahuna, is closed and it's completely pointless.
Because it's the Tiki Falls Visitor Center.
Yeah.
I can't do it unless I remove that board first.
Oh, well, that's hope. Great hopeless then, Brian.
I'm not exactly dying to open
Look at the board then.
Let's see what's inside. I hope it smells better inside than outside.
Wait, what?
Bags of trash, old newspapers. Ooh, this could be
Ooh, piece of
totally
candy.
usable. Almost a whole stick
Better
of
yet,
butter.
it's a stick of butter.
No, nothing else in there looks recyclable, at least for now.
Hooray!
What? That's so good. Some rancid butter.
Yes,
Let's lube
somehow
up our lemur and use him as a weapon, I guess.
a whole stick of butter. That's
Don't
somehow
put it in
still
your pocket
solid.
with the lemur, Brian. That's cruel and unusual punishment. They're lactose intolerant.
A whole stick of butter that's somehow still solid despite being in a bin on the seafront in Hawaii.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
That must be
My
fucking
goodness.
military grade butter.
Collateral damage of tourism.
It's probably
If
American
you
style
ask
butter.
me, rodeos and
It's full of
course,
sugar.
bucking
That's
broncos
just keeping it
are
together.
about as Hawaiian as
It is
koalas,
just a yogurt,
to give an
actually.
example.
Yeah, it's just that's it.
It looks more like a buffalo than a bull, but what's the difference in Hawaii?
Oh, for fuck's sake, it's a bronco. It doesn't have to be
That's
the
the weight
same
of the
fucking
machinery that
animal,
makes
you
the bronco
complete
buck.
cretin. The whole
Yeah.
point of the
Maybe
machine.
I'll find something interesting.
Fucking dickhead.
Okay. Okay, yeah, sure,
Or
this is an
maybe
adventure game.
something
It wouldn't be an
dangerous.
adventure game if you didn't have to look at exactly everything in the island.
What a mess!
Now, this is actually part of a...
It's full of bull poo.
The
Oh,
only danger
that's
inside
taking
there is
realism
getting
too far.
tetanus with all that rusty metal.
Right, well, so essentially the bronco is broken, right? But it is part of a solution to a puzzle. So we will
You're
get to
confusing the military?
No, actually not. It's one of the very
You must be
subplots we've developed
rolling
in this
that
game.
multi-layered
Oh,
outfit.
death, I've been looking for you everywhere. Thank God.
It has a metal
I
hook
hope
at the
I
end.
hope he's voiced by Rob Brydon and we just like get
Okay.
transported to Discworld.
Could be handy.
A better game.
Are you just stealing that from in front of that child?
Yep.
Huh. It looks like the other end of the cable is hooked onto something down there. Sure. I'll take a
So
glance.
now I have
under
to
the
look
shaft.
at the end of the cable. Rather than just getting the cable.
It's holding
It's
the shack
pretty
together,
dark.
obviously.
I'll get a little
I just
closer.
want the collapse of the
I
monk.
knew it.
Boom.
The cable is caught up
That's
in
a
the
monk?
roots of a palm tree.
Why
Yeah,
is there
it's
a
supposed
monk here?
Lucky Lanny
Must have been
called him a
stuck here
monk,
for
but he's not
ages.
actually a monk. He just
And
looks like
I
one.
can't get it untied.
Fortunately, I have this shard of glass.
No, mate, that was too heavy. That was too heavy. We left
Oh,
it there.
you're right. You had to leave that behind in the lemur.
But it sure stuck
Yeah.
tight.
The lemur was the important one we needed.
The lemur weighs nothing, but the shard of glass
Yeah,
is
maybe
really
if I
heavy.
grease the
Oh,
knot,
it's
it'll
fucking
come
tons.
loose.
That's titanium glass, dude. It's heavy.
No, don't grease the fucking knot. You'll never be able to get purchase and untie it
Presto,
that way.
It's untied. With all that
Nope, it
effort to
works.
untie it, I'm not leaving it there.
Okay. Why did you untie it, Brian? It was clearly there for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Please
we
take
talk-
one step into the room
Hello,
and fall
nice
through the
man.
floor.
Ah, funny.
Hello? Yoo-hoo!
He's asleep, Brian.
Nothing.
Just kick him.
Either this guy's deaf or he's on a real trip. I
Maybe
hope
he
sees lots
took
of
that same
planets
week
on
you
the
did.
way. Oh, look! He
That'd be funny.
moves and everything.
He said planets.
Does that mean yes? Hi, my name is Brian. Nice to meet you. I guess you
Yeah,
can
just keep
only
nodding.
Shake your head,
nod to
shake your head,
express the
say no.
idea of yes.
Brilliant.
Man, how innovative. Do you know any other tricks? Wow,
Oh,
he can shake his head
patronizing
to say
dickhead.
no, too.